And let me get it recorded here. Checking connection, but this is me, and this is my evening routine. My face obviously has makeup on it, which is so funny because I didn't have any makeup on at all today until tonight because I had an online class and I was just like, I need to put something on. So what I love to do, first of all, this is a Norwex cloth, and it's the one, it's body, but it's for makeup removing. It's amazing. So what I love to do, I'm not a big fan of washing my face all the time because I'm trying to keep the oils that I have on my skin. And sometimes I feel like when I do that, when I wash my face too much, it dries out. Okay. So Balance is one of my favorite oils. This, of course, this is actually one of my very first oils. So this is a grounding blend. Just the smell of it, especially in the evening, starts to help me to calm down and relax. And it has some really good oils in it. It even has like frankincense in it, hoe wood, all sorts of good stuff. So I'm working this into my skin. Oh, and it smells amazing. So maybe that's like 3 to 5 drops that gets worked in there into my skin. And this is how I'm going to remove my makeup. Normally I'm in front of a sink. So I'll get this towel actually like wet. I mean, it is wet, but I mean, if I need to do more, but I'm getting off the mascara. I'm being gentle, but I'm moving around all that Balance oil. It smells amazing. And I'm getting everything off. And there's no filter on here at all. This is what I look like, and you'll see me without makeup. But I've had a lot of people ask about Gua Sha. So I want to make sure that you guys can see how I do that. But removing my eye makeup's the worst, right? But just be really gentle. Take your time. The Balance smells amazing. I love that. So that's pretty good for now, right? I'll get that later. You get the idea. Getting it off. Okay, so Gua Sha is going to be next. I feel like there's too much makeup right there. Okay, how's that? This is weird not doing this in the bathroom, but that gets everything off. That looks pretty clean. Okay, starting with a fresh, clean palette. When you do Gua Sha, normally with my Gua Sha, this one is a rose quartz. It came with the Mother's Day collection with doTERRA last year. I don't know. People ask me if they are going to do that again this year. I don't know. I love the Gua Sha. I would love it if they did. But the reason why I wanted to do this video tonight is because in February, with doTERRA, with a Yarrow Palm, this size, it's 15 ml, is an additional 15% off. So you can, when you have a wholesale account, you can get that 25% off, and then you get an additional 15. So you have just one more day to be able to get this. And this is one of my absolute favorite oils. It's in my top 5 for skincare. But it is a beautiful blue color. It's Yarrow Palm, it's yarrow and pomegranate seed. And it has chemazoline in it, which is very blue. Okay, so when you see what it looks like, can you see that? It's really blue. So I'm putting, I don't know, enough drops in here, enough to be hydrated in my key locations. And then we always want to take care of our neck. The 2 places where I see the most aging in people they're like the telltale signs of how old you are is your neck and the backs of your hands. So this is a great one to be able to kind of work in a massage in the back of my hands. I will do that at the same time that I do my face. So you can see I'm good. I'm hydrated. It's a little bit blue looking, but that will go away. Don't worry. And then we're going to start with our Gua Sha. You always want to make sure, like, I mean, it's just a routine that you make sure that this is clean. So afterwards, when I'm done, I'll just rinse it off. Okay. Super easy to do. I use the On Guard foaming hand wash and it's all clean. It's important when you Gua Sha, make sure that you're hydrated. Your skin should be hydrated. It's going to be a lot easier. I'm drinking some MetaPower water right now. It's really good. And the first thing you want to do is kind of open up the drains, okay? Because we're going to be moving a lot right here. And so I'm going to open this up. So this is the only time that we would go down, and I do everything in 5s. 1, 2, 3. And I usually do this, like I can do it now without really watching, but I will do this when we're watching TV at night. I'm laying in bed. This is on my nightstand. And then Philip, my husband, loves this also. So he'll kind of just prop up and sit between my legs, and then I'll do his face too. So, but I'm gonna do one side and then do the other side. Okay. I like it to kind of be in symmetry. And so, and this has been amazing for that I've noticed since I've been doing this. Like if you do this, take some before photos, do it once a day, or at night or in the morning. You can do it in the morning if you have puffiness in the morning. This is great to do. It's been so addicting that I've been doing it twice a day. Like in the morning I'll just do a couple sweeps, I won't do the full thing, but it feels so good. So I will do this chin area, and when we're pulling like this, we're just kind of laying it flat. We want to be really gentle. There's no need to be pressing too hard, but we're just pressing kind of firmly. All right. But this is broken up, like all that, like when you first do this, you'll feel this kind of tissue breaking up. And that's what we want to do. We want to get circulation going, breaking up, stimulating that fascia. You'll feel kind of like these little like gravelly chunks kind of breaking up. So that happens over time, but you'll have much more better definition in your chin area when you continue to do this. Okay. So I'm going here, I'm working my way up. It does help kind of if you hold your skin, but you can see that the Yarrow Palm is really nice. It's a serum. It's super hydrating. And so this Gua Sha is moving very, very easily. It's gliding, right? And so I'll do 5 times there. This will help with any kind of puffiness. And then underneath the eye, of course, that skin is really much thinner. So we want to be gentle with how we're doing that. But you can kind of just hold your nose to the side and kind of get in there. But I love to just press. And then when you get over here, you can just give it a little shake. And this will start to drain down your face. Okay. This will start to drain down into those drains, helping with that lymphatic drainage. It feels so good. And then work your way up. So when I go up to my head where these little wrinkles are, I just move everything up. Okay. I'm working on these wrinkles. I don't do any Botox, anything like that. But I'm working this up. I'm working on keeping my face relaxed because I tend to be very expressive when I talk. And so I don't mind a few wrinkles, and then you can see I'm kind of pulling my eyebrow up. Okay. I'm also pulling that. So we're working on kind of breaking up that muscle memory. Mine, if you're looking for a Gua Sha, I like to have these little divots because I like it for those like really stubborn grooves, and you can kind of like break them up like this. And this does not work very well for people who've had Botox. I think if you've had Botox, you're not supposed to do this to your forehead. So, pick one or the other. Pick a non-toxic option or a toxic option. All right, so I'm breaking that up. That feels really good. And this is mine right here, because anytime someone talks to me or I'm like thinking, I'm always like this. So these guys right here, these 11s or whatever you call them, are pretty bad, but I've been working on them. They're better. And then I'm just working everything up and working my way over. So, and you might even be able to see more of like this side of my face now. It's the side that I've done. So it's a little bit more glowy. Obviously, we're working with circulation and stimulation. So all of that blood flow is now going in my face. Right? Does that look different? And then now I'm going to go to the other side. So again, holding your skin is going to be helpful for when we're pulling back, and you can just give it a little shake. But the Gua Sha works really well for breaking up any kind of lactic acid or like tight muscles, tension. My daughter likes to use her Gua Sha just even on her legs. So think about it as like a foam roller. This is the same concept. So we're just breaking up that tissue. But I've gotten so addicted to it because I just love the way my skin feels. It's just like, it just feels like everything's moving so much better. So again, you can hold this if you want to. And I can feel that drainage happening. Pretty crazy. And then just work your way up. And like I said, I like to do my eyebrows because I like to pull it up this way and then work your way up here. Working on breaking up those railroad tracks. I'm just pushing up. That's my problem right there, those wrinkles. Okay. And then your neck area, you can push up like this. And then you can also do this like your chest area. So let me see if I can take this off. So that's another telltale sign of where people are aging, is like in this little wrinkly section. And so I'll just do a drop or two, and you can put it on your chest, and I do it a little lower, but we'll keep this PG for now. And then you can just pull this and start to work to pull that aside. Okay, like pull here to my left towards my armpit, and breaking up those wrinkles in that tissue, and then doing the same way on this side. So it helps to like have a like, you don't want to wear a turtleneck and do this. Okay, so it helps to have a tank top, something like that, to be able to get at your chest area. The most important thing is being able to open up those drains so that everything can drain down. We don't want anything clogged up, or you're going to have like a stuffed up nose. And then you can just kind of, like, for me, there's some just favorite spots. So I like to work, here, because that's where things are puffy. Or in the morning when I do this, like a quick Gua Sha, I'll just kind of get it under here and just get everything moving. This is that little heart shape, so that's helpful too for when I'm working on my forehead. There are a lot of Gua Shas out there. I don't recommend using anything plastic. You can use any kind of a stone or stainless steel. Or when I taught a class on Gua Sha, and people came without a Gua Sha, they just used a metal spoon, and that worked out fine too. Okay, it's just this pressure, but so we're getting everything moving. I can't stop. Sorry, it's usually not this long. Well, actually it is. I love it. I'm just watching TV. I watch Friends at night. It puts me in a good mood. I sleep well. I laugh. And then I'm just doing this. So maybe it's 10 minutes of that. And then I put on my Frownies. So I make sure that my forehead is not full of like oils and serum. But Frownies are facial patches, and this is a natural alternative to Botox. Okay. So I do want to get some more of these, because there is one that goes right here that's new that I want to get. But these are just little patches. They've been around for like 100 years, and I'm not even exaggerating. But this one is like for the forehead and between the eyes. They have lots of options, but that's this one. So they are these little, they come in these sheets. I don't know if you can see that, but they are sticky. And so this is where it's going to get fun. And when I saw the demo on this, and the Frownies girl is so sweet, because she keeps messaging me on Instagram, giving me advice on how to stick these on and do better. So she will, if you tag her, like, she'll check on you and work on you and make sure you're all right. But I just tear them up like this. Okay. And then they're sticky on one side. And then you basically are going to make a cast on your forehead with these Frownies. I want one right here. Yes. Okay. So do I want this one? Sometimes I change it up. I think this will be good. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to grab one of these, and they're really fun. And the more you do it, like, you don't even feel it or realize that it's on your head. But so this is this sheet, and it's all perforated. So I'm going to stick this one on my forehead, and you have to get them kind of wet so they adhere. And again, you don't want like too much moisture on your forehead, because then they're not going to stick. And just think about making a cast. But if I did just put a big long sheet on here, that wouldn't help with the wrinkles. Okay. So like I said, if you're not sure if you're doing it right, do a video or post a photo with you wearing it and then tag Frownies, and then she'll check on you and she'll make sure it's right. So I got this rose water, but you can also get it wet with water on the bottom. But I'll just give it a little spray like this and then rub it with my hand. And then what you want to do when I'm putting it here, because I want that muss or these wrinkles to go away, then I stick it right here. All right, so I'm pulling those wrinkles so that when I stick it on, that wrinkle is kind of pulled open, if that makes sense. So that's my first piece. And I always start in the middle and then work my way out. All right, so then I have all these fun little shapes. And again, I'm making a cast, but I want it to be in these smaller pieces so that I can, and you can kind of layer them up on top of each other. But I make these pieces so that it's pulling those wrinkles away from each other. And this doesn't bother my husband at all. That's awesome. So pulling it nice and tight, kind of layering them on top of each other. You can move things around. And then you just go to sleep like this. And when you take them off in the morning, we don't want to just rip them off because they're really on there. Okay, so you can kind of get them wet again and then put them in place. Or I mean, take them off. Sorry, also don't want your hair in there. But this is just, I don't know, I never thought I had time to like do things like wash my face. But now I do. And I'm so thankful for it. I feel like my skin is much more glowy and vibrant. I love the way the Gua Sha has really helped with circulation. I don't want to spray my computer with this rose water. Okay, where am I going to go next? So I'll put this one up here. And again, we just want to pull it tight and kind of where, if you see where wrinkles are, this is meant to be done every night. You know, I recommend doing this like 3 to 4 times a week. So it's not like every single night, but especially in the beginning as we're trying to break up that muscle memory and those wrinkles, I do recommend. And, you know, I think, I don't know, there you get a ton, you get a lifetime supply in here. Like there's a ton in here. And I'm really only right now working on my forehead because like I said, I'm so expressive and I just do not want to do Botox, but though my forehead is so, I don't want to say so wrinkly, but it's definitely expressive. So then I'm just sticking them here. But it's nice and tight and secure. And those are really my only problems. You could take one and just like to help with a little eyebrow lift. This works well too. And just kind of pulling it up a little bit. And that kind of helps to lift the eyebrows too. Does that make sense? So they're kind of fun. You can get creative. There's, like I said, she has new ones that there is one like just for right here that gives it a little lift. I forget what it's called, but it's just a tiny little thing. I think it's even white. All right, so that's good. There's my cast. And that's me going to bed. And a better than Botox option so that we're fighting off those wrinkles. It does actually work. Like if you look at Frownies, there's amazing before and after photos. This is something, you know, you're just staying consistent with. I feel like this, I might rip this off because I feel like this is going to bother me. But that little tear there. But it does work. Like it has definitely made a difference in my forehead. I feel like it's getting smoother. And it's just being consistent with it, just like anything. So that's just become my night routine. It's an extra, you know, well, with a Gua Sha, because that's a little bit longer than normal. Because I just love the way it feels. It's like therapeutic. So it ends up being maybe, I don't know, about 15 minutes long in your evening. And it's like, why would you not give yourself that? You know, it helps me sleep better. And like I said, this gua sha you can use anywhere. So it feels really good on like my calves or my like my hamstrings, quads, anything like that, especially if you've been exercising, running, all of that. This will really help to break up that fascia. Cellulite areas, so like on your hips, especially butt cheeks, things like that. This is going to be good to help to break up cellulite too. So, but it's going to be a lot easier when you have like a serum or an oil or something where it's going to glide really easy. That's the key, is making sure that you have a serum that helps it to glide, and then also being hydrated. Okay, being hydrated, of course, that's like the most important thing for your skin. So you're not all like dried up and flaky. Crepey. Don't you hate that word, crepey? I don't want to be crepey. So that is my night routine. If you guys have any questions, you can put it in the comments below. Remember, the yarrow palm, this 15 ml is a very special one. It's available in February only, and it is an extra 15% off. So let me know if you have questions about that, because like I said, with your wholesale account with doTERRA, you always get 25% off of the retail prices, but you can get a bonus of an additional 15% off with that one. And that ends tomorrow. So any questions you have, let me know. Have a great night and enjoy taking care of yourself naturally. Right. And meeting for all. And you guys.